Hi, everyone. I have been guided to do something very different and a little bit out of my comfort zone. Those of you who know me are probably like, she has something out of her comfort zone, but to put myself out here publicly and talk about some of these things that are probably going to come out, it's a little daunting, but I've been guided to do this in honor of tomorrow's summer solstice. As many of you know, the energy has just been building every moon cycle we have. Now we're leading into the summer solstice. There's just a lot happening, no matter what path you're on. Even if you don't think you're on a spiritual path, I'm sure you've been feeling these energies. I'm sure you're feeling when I know some of my friends, just because they're around me, I think, and they're starting to just get more sensitive to energy. They're getting hit with fatigue. They're getting hit with crazy dreams. They're getting hit with, just bursts of energy and then needing to rest, nausea, all those types of things. So there's just a lot going on. And this reading, primarily the things that I'm going to talk about are related to soul connections that are in separation, such as twin flames, which I am a twin flame. That's what I identify myself as. But you could be dealing with a soulmate, you can call it a karmic partner, a sacred partner, a beloved, whatever you'd want to call it. Even if you are not separated from somebody, I think there will still be messages that come out in this reading potentially of how you can maybe spice up your romantic life with your significant other. There's going to be some suggestions of things to maybe think about. Again, it's a general reading, so take what resonates and toss the rest. But I think it's going to be fun. You probably notice that I actually kind of like this lighting a little bit better. I might do it at all my readings, but I was guided. I've got 3 candles here. I've got a pink one representing the divine feminine, and it's pretty ironic. I was laughing when I started. It was um, Virgen de Guadalupe, I guess the Virgin of Guadalupe, which is pretty funny because if you're a divine feminine, you basically are a virgin at this point, and you have been for quite a while. So I thought that was comical. Um, Sorry, I can't help it. But we've got the red candle representing the masculine and the passion and that energy. And then behind me, behind the camera, I can't reach it, but I have a white candle that's representing God and the union energy and just the Trinity, basically, of the two souls, the divine feminine and masculine coming together. So I've turned down the lights. I'm hoping I can read with my eyes because I don't have my reading glasses. But yeah, I lost those. That's another story. And it's not tied to anything in this, unfortunately. It's a boring story. But so, with that being said, I have never done anything like this before. As far as this, I've not used these decks before. I haven't done this type of reading before. So, and I'm rocking about 5 hours of sleep, and I just got rained on. So, I have no idea what's going to happen. But what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to start with the Tarot of Sexual Magic by Laura Twan. I don't know if that's how you say her name, but this deck has some very graphic images on it. They're sensual, but they are graphic. So I would just warn you, if you're watching this with children in the room or that can hear or see this, you might want to click off the video and wait until later. I'm going to try to keep the messages, sensual and romantic and not too X-rated, but I'm going to show, as I always do, show the cards on camera. So that I'm just warning you with that. The Tarot Sutra, I think you guys, if you follow my Facebook page, probably remember me posting this deck when I got it, and I was so excited because it's out of print. I'm like, this is just going to be amazing. I mean, look at the image on the back of this. I mean, it's hot. But unfortunately, unfortunately, the images on the actual cards, I mean, you can see that they're not. I mean, this is just turning. I'm not trying to be a comedian here, but the hangman, I think you could imagine a different, a different image on this card. But yeah, there's not really any inappropriate or sensual or sexual images on this deck at all. But what this purpose of this deck, what I'm learning is, it's got a booklet with it, and the Major Arcana has some, very detailed descriptions about what it means, and if you're the number, how they tell you to find your number in here. If I'm the Emperor, shocking, that I would come through as masculine. As you know me, you find that funny. But so, yeah, there's some suggestions on music and colors and oils and sensual suggestions. So I'm going to pull cards from that later. And then I'm going to also pull from the minor arcana. It's more into just a message about some suggestions if you pull this card, maybe of how, what it's trying to tell you, how you can maybe spice up your love life, that type of thing. So although the images don't really correspond to what's in here, so that's why I'm going to read from the book. I normally don't do that. So with that being said, I guess I will go ahead and get started. So the summer solstice, again, I talked about the energy earlier. And I forgot to mention this. If you're a twin flame or you're on this sacred partner journey, oh my God, the sacral chakra energy. I don't know about you guys, but it's been building for a long time. This week it's been out of control. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. And if you're a divine feminine and you're in this virgin boat, and even if you're not, no matter what journey you're on, releasing that energy. Let's just say that. It's extremely powerful and it can be used to manifest anything you want. So just keep that in mind, that although you might not be with a partner, you have very powerful energy at your disposal for many reasons, for many purposes, not just relaxation, not just self-pleasure, but for manifestation. So that might be another video I can do another time, but anyway, I digress. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pull a spread from this, again, this Tarot of Sexual Magic by candlelight, and we're going to see what comes out. And so what I'm going to kind of ask is, we're going to look at what the sexual union energy looks like right now. If you are on this path, if you are separated from somebody, what is the sexual energy, the sexual union potential with the summer solstice? What's happening right now? Are the partners, each partner thinking about each other? I mean, I kind of feeling like that's happening. Somebody is, because the energy's blowing me up constantly. But we're going to see what comes out just for the collective. If you're not on that path and you're just in a, you're with somebody and you're in a loving relationship, this might give you, some of the images that come out, maybe some ideas of things you can try with your partner, again, to spice things up, or to just gain some more intimacy and closeness. So I have not looked through every single one. I have no idea what some of these images are going to be. So we're just going to see what happens. All right. All right. So sorry for the long intro, but lots going on. All right. So let's see what comes out for the masculine, feminine collective sexual union. And again, this is whether you may not even know who your divine counterpart is. You may have been with them before. You may know them and have never been with them sexually. What is the summer solstice energy bringing for the divine masculine and feminine collective? Well then, we're starting out with a bang. Okay. And some of these have odd names. I think they're maybe European. That would make sense with the images and the nature of these cards. All right. Oh my God, you guys, I don't even know what. Okay, I'm sorry. And I did not expect to get emotional during this. Wow. Okay, because you heard me ask what was, the sexual union, summer solstice. All right, I'll get to it in a minute. Oh my God. All right. Let's take that one. All right. Okay, so, and I'm doing this like I do my traditional spread, but I'm going to see, again, just what messages come through. Some of the positions, no pun intended, may not make sense, but I'm just going to go with what's coming through. So right off the bat, we get the Ten of Wands, which in the normal deck, the normal tarot, you will see it's like sharing the burden, that type of thing. In this deck, all I'm picking up on is just unbridled, absolute, utter passion. Like they are in the middle of the forest and they couldn't even wait to get home. Okay, so you see what's going on here. I don't need to. That is the energy that is currently between the masculine and feminine, and that is absolutely what I've been feeling all week. And it's been building. There's just this desire to just physically manifest this connection. I'm trying to think what else. Something just was coming through when I lost it. Just okay. Oh yeah, the fact that it's a 10, the 10 of Wands, just to close out all of everything that's been building and culminate and finish with a physical connection, physical union. What I'm getting is, as the blocking energy is that there's this fear that it can't really, can we really have it all? Can this, this is passion, this is sexual. But both partners want long-term, Ace of Pentacles, right? They want, and especially the divine feminines, they want this, I mean, definitely, but they want this. They want to fall asleep in his arms at night, okay? They want to wake up with them in the morning. They want romance, they want love, they want stability, they want the Ace of Pentacles, the ace of everything. They want it. And I think there's this fear that I'm picking up, especially on the masculine, that either that they're going to disappoint her in sexually and she's not going to want to be with them, or they're just still not ready to come forward with a solid offer. And therefore that's what's blocking them from coming forward with this passion and taking that step to consummate the physical connection, because they aren't ready for all of it, right? They aren't ready to just bring a legit, solid offer to be together. And the feminine, I think, is at a point where she desperately wants, I don't want to say desperately, but she really does want to physically be with her masculine, but she's kind of at this stage where she's like, unless you're going to bring me this with it, this isn't happening. Like, and I think he knows it and he's sensing it. He knows and he senses that he's got to bring everything this time. Yeah, and the current energy too is the Seven of Cups, which is sort of this energy of, it's an illusion, it's a dream, it's a fantasy, and right now that's all it is. If you are in a connection where you're separated from the one that you want to be with, it is very much fantasy. And this is really funny. There's a turtle on the floor. You guys who know me well, like for like the last year, I referred to my divine masculine as a turtle. Because, well, that's what actually one of the other readers on YouTube, she calls the divine masculines the turtles on crutches, because they're just coming at such a slow pace. But and I don't want to digress from this, but looking back, it's like if you'd have told me a year ago I'd still be doing this and on this journey, I would have just said, no way in hell I'm going to wait that long. And now I look back and I'm like, my God, I was not ready. And there's still some things that I need to work on. But the stuff I've cleared and the person I am now versus a year ago, the things I faced, it's just, there's no comparison. So anyway, I know it's a joke, but there's a reason he's a turtle, and there's a reason this is still fantasy, right? Because it's not time yet. But it's getting close, you guys, because in the past, and this is like the past, you had, it's Nave is what they call it here, but it's the Knight of Wands. You had this, knights are transient, they're not steady, they're not, stable, they don't stay long, they come in and out, ghost you, back and forth, especially the Knight of Wands, lots of passion, lots of intensity. Again, both partners want that. They really want, I mean, you can even see the passion that was here before the last time they were together. It's kind of like, yeah, this is what they're both ready for now, because it's been building for a long time. There is a big difference here. But again, there's this illusion, there's this fear. So that's oh wait, yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. That's they want. This is the Holy Grail. So what caused me to get emotional was the card in the fifth position, which for me is kind of what both partners want out of this situation, is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is also the High Priest. It's a major arcana. And if you see this, I mean, now I don't know that I necessarily like this depiction, but when I first pulled the card, what I saw was a masculine and feminine bowing before, this king. Now this is two women. But my first take on it when I saw it, and again, I do have the lights out, so forgive me, but my reading of it and my intuitive reading of it is this is the sacred union before God. You've got the two doves. And the Hierophant signifies spiritual partnership for me. It always has. So that's why I got emotional. Even more beautiful, we have another major arcana as the action forward, the Chariot. But you can see that this masculine, I don't know if he's already done with her or if he's kind of waiting to take action when she's sleeping. But I kind of read it as he's right here, right? He wants her, he desires her. He's watching her. If it may be, on social media, your divine masculine might be watching you from afar and not interacting. But I take this as he wants her. He's very, very close. Like he's almost, I don't think, no, he's not touching her. He's like, almost like, he's just about to touch her. So I'm picking it, and the Chariot's very fast energy. We've been seeing that quite a bit. I think some of you, it could be very, very soon that you're hearing from your masculines and that they're coming forward and wanting to physically connect. There is still some healing going on. We've got the Four of Swords, shocking. Both of these people look kind of battered. This does not look like a loving card. This looks like just she's not allowed to speak her truth, her feelings. He's not ready to hear it. It's like just there's still some healing going on before, again, this Ace of Pentacles, that this beautiful scenario can play out. But the beautiful thing is we've got the Eight of Cups, which is this moving on and moving towards the Ten of Cups. Okay, so they're healing from this. They're moving closer to coming together in a romantic way. And then we end the reading, which is a little bit odd. Well, no, because not if the messages just came through. The images are not, fabulous, but King of Swords and Knight of Swords. And I always, that for me is one, when you get the masculine swords energy, it's about speaking your truth. It's about taking action, coming forward swiftly, and speaking the truth. And we also got the Eight of Pentacles, which for me is, I've said this in other readings, it's an awakening card. For me, it's about learning. It's about studying. And I think it's a sign for me that the masculines are going to awaken and come forward and offer this gesture, right? I mean, they might not be ready quite for this yet. This whole, like, let's wake up together and spend every day together type deal, right? But they might still have this romantic, not just this passionate, I'm going to leave. It's this, I want to spend time with you. I want to take things slow. I want to get to know you on all levels better. So that's what I'm picking up on for that, which actually I think is really beautiful. And the fact that the Hierophant came out, wow. Also, I forgot to mention that I had a crystal. I can't remember exactly, a zebra. I don't know if it's a zebra jasper or just a zebra stone. I can't remember what it's called, but I got it in Australia. It reminds me of the masculine and feminine, yin and yang. So, of course, I had to have that here. And a feather that came from Australia, which also reminded me of this, wanted to be here. So that's here in addition to the candles. All right, so I'm gonna put these aside in the same order in case we need to pull them out later. And what I'm gonna do now, because as I mentioned with the Tarot Sutra, the way the book is divided, the major arcana have some different messages, and the minor arcana have some other, I guess, purpose for when you look for them when you look in the book. So, what was I gonna do first? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna shuffle them. I've got the major arcana divided out, 22. I think I've said 21 in my past videos, which I don't know where I got that from. Probably because the full zero, and it always throws me off when I see the world. I know that's the last one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see what message the masculine has for the feminine from the major arcana, and we're gonna read from the book and see what it says, just for fun. All right, what message does the masculine have for summer solstice and the energies right now for his feminine? These are sticking together. All right, this one must come out. Huh, beautiful. The world. So I'm going to read the book, but wow. So there's a lion here at the bottom, which I was just talking. I mean, I've talked about Leo season several times. The masculines have been, as both partners, have been closing out cycles. So this seems to confirm that. But what's really amazing to me is at the bottom it says, a waltz of heart and mind, can two hearts beat as one? I wasn't going to share this, but I had a dream with my masculine when I was having some doubts about him and everything. And this was just the other morning. I think it was Monday or Tuesday morning. And when I say quote dream, it was extremely real. And I think it was an astral type thing where we were in each other's dreams, but I don't know. But I was just entwined with him and didn't see his face, but I just said, I love you so much. And he said, real sleepy, this was morning, right before dawn, right when I was going to wake up, and I said, or no, I'm sorry, he said, I love you. And he said, I will never get tired of hearing you say that to me. And I said it again. I said, I love you. And then I said his name. And then I pulled him really tight to me, and I felt like he was there. I mean, I felt his body, I felt his scent. And then I woke up, boom, like instant, woke up, like I think as I was coming back to my body, but my heart was beating so fast. It was like I had two hearts in my chest, which I feel a lot with him when we connect in real life and telepathically. Which that just is amazing. Can two hearts beat as one? I know many of you divine feminines, you feel that the chakras have merged, and you know and can confirm that. So anyway, I'm sorry about digressing, but those of you who are on this path, I'm sharing just because maybe you're having similar experiences and they're ramping up quite a bit these last couple weeks. So okay, so the world, let's see if I can see. What is the masculine saying with this card? Oh my God. I wasn't going to read the regular part. I was just going to read. When you decide to take on the contents of this card, the motivation is absolute union. You are now mature and no longer a bystander in your own pleasure. Your desire is to become one, and yet to remain as a companion. You spend much time pursuing the perfect union with another person, searching for wholeness and completion in relationships. But in the end, it is really your own mind and heart that pulse in perfect harmony. You experience divine androgyny in the world. Gender comes second. The goal is to become the other. You swirl, spin, and trade roles with your lover, all in order to understand their essence. Sometimes this card can mean the emergence of homosexuality and bisexuality. Your lovemaking is both physically passionate and spiritually satisfying. While making love, look into your lover's eyes and see yourself reflected. Oh my God, you guys. I can't make this up. You can't. I feel their heartbeat next to yours. Take their hand in yours. Listen to their breathing. Try to forget you were ever separate beings. This is not a twin flame. This is not a twin flame book, you guys. This is not. I don't even know what to say right now. Try to forget you were ever separate beings, because if you're a twin soul, you started as one soul. When you come to the point of orgasm, yield to the moment and allow yourself to merge with the other completely. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is about union, you guys. All right. Of course, my cat is acting up right now. Stop it. Later, when you're apart, detail your delights in your journal and leave it somewhere your lover can find it. Or write a letter to your lover and describe in explicit detail how the encounter made you feel. Your time alone is not wasted either. You're fully capable of self-gratification and have been known to participate in ménage à moi from time to time. So that's the God, you can't make this shit up. That's the message from the masculine and feminine. He's like, yeah, I know you've been taking care of yourself. I know. But guess what? When we come together, it's going to happen. We're going to be in union. And we're going to be physically and spiritually connected, and we're going to be one as we were at the beginning of time. The world brings us the desired outcome of the sexual experience. In the circle of the world, you get a deep sense of completion. The journey is done and the lessons are learned. All your efforts, trials, disappointments, and achievements have brought you to this point. With this culmination, we realize no experience can match the tremendous surge that comes from having reached the mountain summit. You guys, I don't even know what to say. I don't remember if I told my friends this or if I just realized, kind of had this epiphany that, like, I'm climbing a mountain and I'd gotten to this point this spring where I just could not breathe anymore. I couldn't go. I couldn't keep going. It was too hard. It was too difficult. And then I kind of realized I've come all the way up this far. You didn't come this far to only come this far. You're there. You're almost at the summit. You've got to keep going. You're climbing a mountain. It's slow. It's long. It's arduous. And it's talking about now that this is happening. The summer solstice is helping push this along. Like, it's going to happen. Those of you watching this and this message is resonating, you're doing all your work, you're having these experiences, it's going to happen. So, okay, before I run out of time here, edible aphrodisiacs, ambrosia, champagne, chocolate liqueurs, music to make love by, tango, if I love that, but colors, nightshades, iridescence, copper, oils, vanilla, jasmine. Sensual suggestions. Before sex, turn on some low music and dance with your partner. Tie your lover to a chair and bring to climax with your mouth or hands. Watch your partner pleasure him or herself. Go out dancing, do a slow, deliberate, dirty tango. Using scarves, bind your partner and have your way. Use play, biting, nipping, and foreplay. Shave your body on your partner's genital area. Be creative. Okay. Role play. Take on your partner's persona in the bedroom. Use vibrators, toys, and baby oil. So that is, I'm so glad something was like, read, just see what the message said. You guys, I mean, that union message, that was absolutely clear. I'm going to put that back in just in case the feminine were to mirror her masculine, which would not surprise me. But to have that come from the masculine, like, number one, the cycle's closing out, confirming, yes, I know you're doing these things on your own, but we're going to come in union. It's going to happen. I don't even know what to say. All right. Feminine to the masculine. What message does she have? I don't know if we're going to have time to do the minor arcana, but we might. I'm not surprised. She got the hanged man. She's probably like, come on, what's taking you so long, mister? Let's go. A voluntary exchange. Become a willing participant on the road to mutual satisfaction. She's saying, come on, I've been doing this on my own. It's time for this to be mutual. I mean, that's what I think she's saying, but let's see. Okay. Okay, so it talks about, I mean, I'm not going to read the entire thing, but it's talking about in your heart you believe love involves sacrifice, yet it is surrender that is required. Yes. Um, if the hangman is your personal card, your secret desire is to understand what can be known through giving up control. Capable of patience beyond that of mere mortals, you understand the art of lovemaking on a different level. So I think the feminine is kind of conveying to a masculine, I've been so patient, I've been waiting for you, and I know it's going to be worth the wait. That's what I'm getting. I've surrendered. You know, you need to surrender and just know that this is all going to work itself out. If this is a divine connection, you know it's going to work out. Everything, we're going to be together. Intuitively, you know, there's no need to be stuck because we just know. So, the aphrodisiacs: grape leaves, apricots, coffee, ice cream. Cello is the music to make love by. Colors: violet, mauve, oil, cypress. Sensual suggestions: invent some creative bedroom gymnastics, wear masks, and indulge in oral pleasures. Gently bind your lover's hands and feet, then have your way. I think we had that in the other one, or we had to tie them up. Give each other foot massages with peppermint oil. Use natural aphrodisiacs. Play Lord of the Manor and Chambermaid. With your partner's consent, make love from the rear while bound. Okay, so that's interesting. I think we have a few minutes left for me to try to, I think what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to pull a card from the Minor Arcana. And I think this will kind of be like the shared energy, maybe some more advice while you're, let's just say, waiting for union, or kind of what you can expect as far as what's coming, timing, you know, anything that just comes through as a message. We're just going to go. Well, we got two, of course, we did. Oh, you guys. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. We got Ace of Pentacles, which I said, kind of what can you expect with union? Well, that there will be, both parties are going to be ready for all of it. That's when it's going to happen, right? It's not going to be a block anymore. King of Swords, Guardian of Angels. So King of Swords was the outcome here. It's when the masculine is ready, he's going to come forward and speak his truth, right? That's why I've talked in other videos. The feminines are no longer chasing. You know, this, if you're in this collective, you're kind of just at this, you're not waiting around for him, but you're just kind of like, whatever, when it's time, you know. He's going to come forward, he's going to speak his truth, he's going to claim, you know, his feminine. So let's just, I'm going to read the Ace of Pentacles, since, if we have time. Yeah, a couple minutes here. If I can get to it. Where are the Pentacles? Okay. The Ace of Pentacles is the gateway to an opportunity for complete pleasure. Allow yourself to enjoy the earthiness of this experience. You'll hear the call of Eros, the cherubic god of erotic love, and respond to the lust offered. Use food, soft fabrics, games, phallus rings, vaginal insert, strap-on equipment, feathers, or scents, and think about pouring from a safe distance hot wax on your partner's torso. See how close you can get to your partner without touching, and feel the heat and magnetism between you. Set a timer, and if you fail to meet the deadline, reset and start again. Where there is consent, there's no guilt, so do what you want. Options abound. So that's interesting. That was basically saying try anything, and I guess, you know, if you're in a loving relationship with somebody, don't be afraid to speak your truth about what you want, right? If you want to try something different, tell them. If you know, if you want more affection, tell them. If they're the right partner for you, they should understand, and they should be willing to work, you know, compromise, because they may have things they want, or, you know, would not want to do, vice versa. So, all right, King of Swords. We're going to see if we have time for this one. Don't know where anything is in this book. Let's see. The archetype of the King of Swords requires balance, harmony, and organization. You can wear some sort of military outfit as a means of visual foreplay. Okay. There is a fine line between order and regimentation. Act as commanding officer and bark orders to your subordinate. Any mutiny should be met with stripping the other of rank. Sentence or promote the deserving troop member to top, bottom, lap, or standing positions. At some point during the lovemaking, use a diversionary tactic and begin again. Can you figure out who's got the power? Conquer and be conquered. This archetype is romantic but likes S&M bondage and afternoon romp. He could show up every day unannounced, give lots of praise, and an occasional salute wouldn't hurt. So, you know, that's, if somebody's looking to spice things up, there's some ideas for you for role playing. But I love the first sentence where it says, The archetype of King of Swords requires balance, harmony, and organization because everything about it, right, when we're trying to get into union is about getting in balance and union with ourselves. Masculine and feminine in balance. Your energy in balance with flow, right? Not waiting, but not being too aggressive. Just being still. Yeah, be still. That's the message I am always getting. So I think we will end on that note. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I think it was a lot of fun. And if, feel free to private message me if you don't want to comment publicly. I would love to hear suggestions. I would love to hear if you'd like for me to do something like this again because I thought it was a lot of fun. So thanks a lot, everybody. Bye.